Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to the session. Yes, good evening Vidya, good evening Sukriti and everybody. Yes. Hi guys. So yes guys, a lot of people have joined. Hi, happy to see all you people. So yes, good evening. Once again, good evening to all my students. So welcome to the session called as Most Important MCQs and Economic Survey for the upcoming UPSC Prelims examination. So this particular economic survey is based on the previous year economic survey because the current economic survey is not released. So it's better for us not to skip any portion for the UPSC prelims examination, right? So as per the request of my students only, I have come with this particular topic. So today I'll be discussing part 2 of that, whereby another set of 10 questions will be discussed in lecture 2. Okay. So this is Nisha Nujumudeen guys. I'm an economics faculty specialized in handling sessions for various competitive examinations like UPSC, UGC NET, bank exam, etc. So I'm also a faculty at Unacademy Plus. I'm teaching live on Unacademy Plus. I'm handling 2 different courses at Unacademy Plus. One is a revision course on current affairs through 1200 MCQs, and second one is a crash course on Indian economy. Again, that is also through MCQs because we have a very limited period now. We have just hardly 35 days for the examination to come. So now in this short period of time, I am taking a course exclusively based on MCQs with the proper explanation, keeping in mind the upcoming UPSC prelims examination. So those who want to get enrolled for the Unacademy Plus courses, you can use my referral code, that is nisha.nujumudeen, and get a discount of 10% off for your Unacademy Plus subscription. A lot of teachers are teaching live at Unacademy Plus. All your doubts will be cleared because exclusively there is a doubt clearing session. At the same time, one-to-one interaction is possible, and also a structured courses on a daily basis with proper PDF and notes will be available at Unacademy Plus courses. So those who are looking forward for a very genuine preparation, I literally suggest you to follow Unacademy Plus courses, okay? And for that, if you need a discount, you can use my referral code, that is nisha.nujumudeen guys. So that you'll be getting some off. Say like if it is a 1 year plan means you will get a discount of around 4,500 to 4,800 rupees, okay? From the total amount. Very fine. And any doubts regarding the subscription of Unacademy Plus, you can message me via my messenger, or you can message me via my Telegram channel. And the name of my Telegram channel is Learn Economics with Nisha for UPSC. Okay? I'll just write it. Learn Economics with Nisha for UPSC. So via that you can ask me the doubts. So accordingly I'll help you out. Okay? Yes, Aditya. Yes, good evening. I'm doing good, Aditya. Thank you. So yes, my dear students, all ready to take this MCQs and economic survey? So let me see today how many of you are literally going to give the right answers for these set of questions which we are going to discuss today. So yesterday I could see a lot of people giving right answers for economic survey, and I hope literally today also I'll be getting more number of right answers. Okay. So yes guys, about my awards and recognitions you can just go through. And my recent achievement is that I have been the winner at the 9th National Indian Education Award, and I've received a national award for my teaching excellence under civil service coaching. Okay. I'm also a knowledge coordinator at Nirbhaya Institute for Human Development, and I've also published a lot of research papers in the field of economics in various reputed national and international journals with ISS and ISBN numbers. Okay. And I also go as chief guest to schools, colleges and universities for motivational talk, career guidance talk and all other programs. Okay. So very fine. Because most of you were asking me, ma'am, regarding your qualification, regarding achievements, that, this, etc. And one more thing, I only handle economics and current affairs in Unacademy. Okay, because I'm a subject expertise in the field of economics. I'm an MA, MPhil holder in economics, and I'm also doing my PhD in economics. So that's the reason I handle only economics and current affairs at Unacademy. Okay. So yes guys, moving on to the topic of discussion. Today, as I told you, we'll be discussing a set of questions based on economic survey. So the 11th question based on economic survey is, which state accounts for the largest share in India's export? It's a very simple question, right? So option number 1 tells Gujarat, B tells Maharashtra, C tells Tamil Nadu, and D tells Karnataka. So yes guys, which is the right answer? Quickly give me the right answers please. Guys, give me a minute, 1 second. So yes, it's a very simple question. So yes, I can see Arun and Parivinder and Shrugurti with option B, Maharashtra. Wow, that's amazing, because yesterday I think the 10th question was related to the same question, right, with reference to GST. And yes guys, I can see a lot of B answers. Wonderful. Everybody at one stretch is giving me option B, that is Maharashtra. Yes guys, and kudos to all of you, the answer is option B, that is Maharashtra. If you see, the state that accounts for the largest share in India's export is none other than Maharashtra. The state with the highest number of industries, right? If you see, Maharashtra ranks number 1, followed by Gujarat, 3rd is Karnataka, 4th is Tamil Nadu, and 5th is Telangana. And this is an order of India's export. That is 70% of India's export. And we know that Maharashtra literally, it has a huge number of industries, and on basis on that, literally they account, or they rank number 1 for what? For the largest share in a country's export, right? And we all know that export is very, very important, and always the government tries to make sure that a lot of industries are coming to our country and making sure that we are producing more number of quality commodities, so that we'll be able to export more and more commodities, because more of export and less of import, that is the aim of our economic growth and development, because only then you will be able to strike a balance in your BOP. If you want your balance of payment to be in equilibrium, then the motive should be more of export and less of imports. Very fine. So yes, a big kudos to all of it. It's a very simple question. So yeah, so because of that, I'm not going to give any chocolates for any of you people. It's a very simple question. Now, moving on to the 12th question is, India's internal trade, that is 60% of its total trade. Yeah, we all know that, right? Now, the question is, which state has the largest trade surplus in interstate trade? So look at the keywords guys. The keyword is largest trade surplus, and that too in interstate. So in trade itself, you have something called as intra-trade and also inter-trade, right? So now they are talking about the interstate trade. Option A tells Haryana, B tells Maharashtra, C tells Gujarat, and D tells Odisha. ठीक है? Yes, Yokesh, you are a Maharashtrian, so you are so proud to be that. Yeah, that's good, Yokesh. Anyways, so yes, I got a lot of answers again in the same series, with most of you saying option B is Gujarat. Okay, so here comes Nitish, Adira, Nidhi, Arun, Preeti, yes, somebody called UPSC addicted, Ananya, Vidya, all you people are saying C. Oh my god, I can't see any other answers. What a unity for you people, guys. But here comes Pratik with option A, that is Haryana. Yeah, okay. Even Teresa is also saying A. So I can get majority of C answer, that is Gujarat, and very few, 1 or 2 gave me A option. And even from William, I can get a D option, okay. But rest, everybody is so confident with option number C. Okay. And yes, guys, let's just see the answer. And the answer is option number C. So again, a big kudos to all you people for the right answer. It is option number C. That is, if you see, Gujarat is the state which is having the largest trade surplus when you compare your interstate trade. Okay. And thus, if you see, which are the 5 largest exporting states, just now we saw, right? If you see, Maharashtra ranked number 1 and second is Gujarat, followed by Haryana, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Now, what about the importing states, guys? Just like your exporting states, some states are known for importing also. Again, the 5 largest importing states, rank number 1 goes to Maharashtra again. Followed by second here, it's Tamil Nadu, okay, the south side. Then you have Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, and finally you have Gujarat. And now, talking about the largest internal trade surplus, okay, and that too with the interstate traders, Gujarat followed by Haryana. So many of them, I think some of you said option number A also. Actually, Gujarat ranks number 1, guys, followed by Haryana is second, okay. Then you have your Maharashtra in the 3rd position, Odisha 4th, and Tamil Nadu in the 5th position. Very fine. Yes, Teresa, you asking, ma'am, do you give free lectures in economics and Unacademy? Yes, I do give. You can use my link towards the end of the session. I'll provide my link on the free platform. I do recorded videos there, but apart from that, I focus more on Plus platform now. Okay, where live sessions will be conducted for students. For that, you need to take a subscription. So yes, guys. Yes, good evening, Prahalad. Yes, thank you for that. So yes, Arun, yes, all the three Tamil Nadu is there, exactly, and even all the three Maharashtra is also there, Arun. Okay. So yes, I have got a question from Kiran. Kiran has asked me what is the meaning of trade surplus, right? See, trade surplus in simple terms, I can tell you that it is the amount by which the value of a country's export is exceeding the cost of its imports. Whenever our country's export, now whatever we are exporting, when that is more than the cost of import, that is called as trade surplus in simple terms. Did you understand, Kiran? That is called as trade surplus, okay? For example, if a country's export is greater than what it imports, okay, it has something called as trade surplus. Surplus means what? Extra, right? Or something addition. And now trade surplus indicates something called as a positive trade balance, okay? It indicates something called as a positive trade balance. And conversely, and on the opposite, if you see, when a country's when the country is importing from other country too much than what it exports, now we have a negative trade balance, okay? And that time, instead of trade surplus, it will be trade deficit. Because we are spending more to get some commodities, we are importing more rather than exporting, okay? And if you see, as with reference to 2016-17 data, literally about 60, okay, about 60 out of 200 countries, okay? Around 60 countries, guys, out of 200 countries, they have a trade surplus. But our country, India, what do we have, guys? Do we have trade surplus or trade deficit? We normally have trade deficit, that is increasing day by day, right? And I think I also asked a question in one of the MCQ series in economics regarding the trade deficit, that over the years it is increasing. And even in the economic survey also, it was mentioned that the trade deficit of our country is increasing, right? It's very fine. Very clear? Yes, somebody else has asked a question. What is that? Yes, Ishfar Dar is saying, hi ma'am, it's from love from Kashmir. Ma'am, entire Kashmir is... Okay, thank you so much, Ishfar, for that. It means a lot when it comes from people of Kashmir. I do have a lot of students from there. But thank you so much for that. That my lectures are even reaching Kashmir. I'm so happy for that. Okay. So yes... Now, moving on to the next question is, consider the following statement about India's GDP growth rate. So now, guys, this is as per the economic survey, okay? So now you have to keep in mind the previous economic survey and answer this question. Currently, we know regarding GDP growth, it is too much. But now, keeping in view the economic survey perspective, it is said that it is about 4% higher than the global gross domestic product rate. Second one tells it is slower than the average of emerging market and developing economies. Now look at the second one. It is slower. And we are talking about our country, India's GDP growth rate, okay? So option number A tells only 1 is right, B tells only 2, C tells both 1 and 2 is right, and D tells neither 1 or 2 is right. So yes, quickly give me the right answer. So here comes Shashidhar with option number D. None of the things are right. Shashidhar, think and say, because we are talking about India's GDP, okay? Here I can see Vasundhara, somebody called Vasundhara. Yes, Vasundhara is also saying D. Pratik with D. Okay, Ishwar is saying A. Okay. But I can see, yes, here comes Nisharani and Ananya with the D. So now in this question, I can get a mixture of answers. Some are saying D, but majority goes for D, I believe. Some with B and some with A. Nobody said C, guys. Yes, here comes Bijoy with A and Tonal with B. Okay. Okay, Nitish and Vivekananda is coming with C. Only these two guys gave C. But none other than that, everybody is going with option number A, B or D. Okay, and even Logendra is giving C. And yes, guys, the answer is option number A. So a big kudos to all those with the right answer. It is option number A. That is only the first statement is correct with reference to India's GDP growth rate. That is literally, if you see, literally our country's GDP is about 4%, okay, higher than the global GDP rate. That is true, guys. Even if you see today, as per the 2019-20 interim budget also, what did they say? It is said that our country, India, we are the 6th largest world economy, right, with a high GDP. And that too, if it is said that after the 1991 economic reforms, the current government, they said that they're claiming that it is for the first time in the history of our country that our country's average GDP is reaching about 7%, about 7.3%. They claim like that. Okay, which shows that our country, India, is having a GDP which is higher than most of the developed economy also. I can literally tell you that the country Japan is having a GDP less than our country India. But they are developed, but we are just developing. So from this, it is very well understood that in our country, it's a good thing that our GDP is good, our economic indicators are performing well. But to be very honest, or to put in a more realistic terms, I can tell you that it is just in statistical numbers. It's just a quantifiable numbers, that's all. If you have a look at your global hunger index, what we discussed yesterday, if you have a look at your gender parity index, if you have a look at your other social indicators, what is happening to your country? Literally a lot more is to be done. So social factors are completely ignored, I can tell you, or a lot more is to be done to improve that. Whatever the government is doing is not sufficient, I can tell, right? But they are doing, but not up to the point. But just by showing a high increase in GDP will not take our country to the developed state, right? From the grassroots level, it has to be improved. Very fine. Yes, Pratik, it is an inflated GDP because if you see in the year 2015, guys, what did the government do is that they changed the method of calculating GDP. See, now when we do researches, when we present models and all, like different models, see, we know certain values we will be like assuming using certain methods. We'll project the values. So same thing applies in GDP also. Guys, in economics, when we do researches, literally this is what we do. So we know that when really somebody who really knows economics in the researches, when they look onto this GDP figure, at one point they can say this is just inflated or some sort of misleading calculations are being done. It is very evident. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Praveena. Yeah, Teresa, towards the end of the class, just remind me this. I'll discuss with that. Okay, quickly I'll finish the questions. So I'll keep 10 minutes for all your doubt clearings. Okay. So yes, guys, why? What about the second one? Why is the second one wrong, guys? Because if you see in our country, we are not slower. We are actually faster. Just because of the keyword slower only, the second one is wrong. If you see, the growth of our country is around 4 percentage points higher than global growth average of last 3 years and nearly 3 percentage points more than the average growth which has been achieved by emerging market and developing economies. So in your question in the second state, they were giving us slower. Actually, we are far better. We are literally, I can tell you, we are faster than the average of many emerging market and developing economies. Did you understand? So yes, today also I can I see a lot of students, Pankaj, Tej Shankar and some similarly other students asking me to say in Hindi. Even Rinky. See guys, I am a South Indian. I do take classes only in English. In Unacademy, I do take, not only in Unacademy, in any platform, I do take classes exclusively only in English. Okay? And please do follow the class in English. And if you do have any doubt, get back to me. I'll explain to you. Yes, Adira, you're perfectly right. Even today, she has said unequal wealth distribution. That is the biggest problem in India. Yes, the rich is becoming more and more rich and the poor is becoming more and more poor. There is still inequality. And also, if you see 84% of world's resources belong to 14% of world's population. And the remaining resources is being consumed by the larger percentage of population. So thus, they can understand that the rich people are getting more and more rich. It's very true. Yes. Teresa, you can rely on Unacademy lectures by different faculties. Okay, I have done lectures on Unacademy in the free platform, then in YouTube we are doing, and also in Plus platforms we are doing. So you can rely on all those lectures. And apart from me, there are so many other faculties like Mrinal sir is there, Ayush Sankhi is there, Palak is there. A lot of people are there. So you can watch all the lectures in Unacademy. Apart from that, also there are so many other faculties out there. Okay. Now, moving on to the 14th question is, again, consider the following statement. India's saving as a percentage of GDP is around 30%. So look at the keyword, it is India's savings as a percentage of GDP. Second one, India's food production is consistently growing year by year over the last decade. So here we are comparing a period of 10 years, okay. So now, which of the following statements are right, guys? Option A tells only one is right, B 2, C tells both is right, and D tells none of the above statements are right. Yeah, today I'm happy. Yes, Avi, today I'm happy to see a lot of learners for the classes. So the teacher-pupil ratio is too much. Yesterday we studied teacher-pupil ratio, right, in the question. So that is too much now. That is good. So yes, I can get a lot of questions from you people. Guys, I'll answer all your doubts. So kindly ask me all your doubts. That is apart from whatever question we are discussing towards the end of the session, so that it will be easy for me to address all your doubts. It will not disturb the question what we are discussing. Okay. Vivek, see, this is the way I talk, Vivek, okay? I can reduce the speed, not an issue, but this phase is required to complete the thing. If you're finding it difficult, you can ask me a doubt if it arises, okay, Vivek? And one more thing, Vivek has said, you're not from China, so please slow down your bullet train type speaking speed. Vivek, whether from China or Japan, that is not the matter. This is the way I am, okay? But I will literally take your comment into consideration. I will reduce the phase for your easy understanding. But whether I am from China, Japan or Korea, that is none of your concern, okay? So yes, I can get a lot of answers for this question. Arun with A, Prashant with B. Then I can see Nidhi is guessing to be D, that it could be none of the above. Okay. I can get Sanjit with C, Bhaskar with C. So for this particular question, I can literally get a lot of answers for all the options. A, B, C, D, everybody is guessing. So I can't say that majority goes with A or B like that. Anyways. So yes guys, and the answer for this particular question is option number A. Okay, so a big kudos to all you people for are giving the right answer. Only the first one is right. That is, if you see, India's saving as a percentage of GDP is around 30%. It is it is easy to understand because we know that our gross domestic product, that is literally increasing, right? And it has been shown as an inflated figure. So now literally it will be around a bigger figure only. Now talking about the second one, India's food production is consistently growing. See, our food production, we are having a surplus in food grain production and all, but the question is, it is consistently growing every year over the last decade. That is, if you take a period of 10 years, okay? If you take a period of 10 years, every year it is growing without a reduction. That is the question. It is not the case. There are some years in which it shows a high growth rate. Some years it has declined. Again, it is stagnant. Again, it increases. So it is fluctuating. So we can't say that there is a consistently it has been growing over the last decade, right? That is why, the second statement is wrong. Did you understand? Yeah, this is a very simple question. So I know that a lot of people give the right answers. You can just go through, guys. I've got a chart also, like to show you, like over the years it has not increased. Consistently it has not increased. Okay. Very fine. Now, the 15th question is, it is said that India has moved from socialism with limited entry to marketism without exist. So now this is a quotation, guys. Now the question is, which of the following mechanisms is likely to help the firms to exit? So now to help the firms to exit, which of the mechanisms is most suitable out of the given options? Option A is insolvency code, B is bank recapitalization, C is foreign direct investment liberalization, the freedoms in that, and D is none of the above options. So yes, quickly give me the right answers. Let me see how many of you are going to get the chocolates and happiness diary for this question. So yes, thank you Teresa for that. Thank you Arif Usman, thank you for that. Thank you my dear students. Pratik, you've asked a question. 1 second. That is the second one, right? Pratik, hunger index, I think I've explained to you. It is totally, see, here, though we, produce a lot of food grains also. Yesterday, I think one of the question I have said, Pratik, we are the largest producer and also the consumers of food grains. That is the whole point. In spite of that, there is the global hunger index. We are just increasing every year. So yes, I can get majority of C answers and some are saying A. Okay. Here comes Shubham with D. That is none of the above. Okay. Rohit is saying C. Sonal with B. Okay. Kanchan is with C. Teresa with B. Okay. Lokendra is B. Okay, guys. I can get a load of C answer. Nidhi is also saying C. Okay. Why, guys? Why are you people saying FDI liberalization? And yes, guys, the answer is option number A. So a big kudos to all those people who said option A. It is insolvency code. See, it's a very simple question. I do not know why many people said B and C. It is actually option B. Yes, kudos to Abhishek Verma and to every others. Yes, Vasundhara, kudos. Yes, UPSC addicted somebody. I do not know your name. Yeah, kudos to all you people for the right answer. It is insolvency code. Okay. Thus, I can tell you, facilitating something called as exit. What is exit, guys? Going out, right? It has been one of India's most intractable challenges, okay? And this has literally evoked, I can tell you, the generalization that over the last 50 years, India has gone from a situation of socialism with limited entry to marketism without exit. That is why that quotation I have given in the question, okay? It is right. Over the 50 years, if you take an analysis, our country, India, it has moved from socialism with a very limited entry to marketism without exit, right? And to help this exit, this particular insolvency code will help the firms, okay? Now, if you see the IBC resolution, the insolvency and bankruptcy code resolution process, IBC is insolvency, okay? Insolvency and bankruptcy code, guys, those who do not know can write it. What is that? That process, actually it could prove a valuable technology for tackling, or I can tell you for solving this long-standing problem in the Indian corporate sector. And we all know that the Indian corporate sector is emerging just like that, right? And thus I can tell you the recently proposed FRDI bill. What is that? The Financial Resolution and Deposit Insurance. That would do the same for the financial bills. Will help them to exit at a faster rate. Okay, fine. Masoor, IBC is insolvency and bankruptcy code. Okay. Okay, Pihu has asked me what is bank recapitalization. See, okay, Pihu, bank recapitalization is exclusively associated with what? With the problem of NPA, that is non-performing assets. Okay, I will tell you that. What is it exactly? So yes, guys, can you all see me? Am I audible and visible to you people? Okay, so yes, Pihu, as you asked me regarding bank recapitalization, okay, that is literally, if you see, when there is a problem of non-performing assets, a bad loan, okay, literally the banks will not let these commercial banks like SBI, Canara Bank, all these banks, after lending the money to big corporates, for example like Vijay Mallya, they will not be left out with money. So now the financial stability or health of the bank is affected. So now to maintain the financial stability or health of the bank, what does RBI do? They start injecting money into these commercial banks, okay, because they need to have money to maintain the stability and financial health, right? That is called as bank recapitalization. Very fine. In simple terms, I can tell you, in case, okay, normally if you see bank recapitalization, that is associated with your public sector banks, okay. So now I can tell you guys, recapitalization, nothing but it is described as a strategy of enhancing or increasing what? The financial base of an entity. That is a bank, for example, so that they'll be able to overcome a very rough or a tough financial situation, and also they'll be able to enhance or increase their financial stability or health, okay. See, from a practical point of view now, guys, I can tell you the capital is the money which is put by the owners. We all know that, right? For running the enterprise. Now, recapitalization is nothing but it is the venture of the owner, okay, or the shareholders, so as to make the firms very strong financially. Very fine. Did you understand what is recapitalization exactly? Okay. So yes, somebody has asked a question. Teresa, my name is Nisha Nujumudeen. Okay? So you can follow me there in Unacademy. Okay. So yes, shall we go to the next question, guys? And whatever doubts you have, kindly ask me towards the end of the session, okay, for better discussion. Now, again, I've given you some important points with reference to your insolvency and bankruptcy code. Some people were asking me, what is this insolvency and bankruptcy code? Okay, let me explain to you guys before the next question. If you see this insolvency, IBC, okay, the insolvency and bankruptcy code, it aims to solve the problems through the expedient of transparently auctioning of certain stressed firms, guys, to the highest bidders. Okay, let me make it more simple to you people. What is insolvency and bankruptcy code? Okay. Now, what is IBC, guys? If you see this particular insolvency and bankruptcy code, as you people were asking me, it was literally established. This particular code was established in the year 2016. Okay. Now, what is the aim of this particular IBC, guys? If you see, the primary aim or objective of this particular insolvency and bankruptcy code is to consolidate all the insolvency resolutions, guys, or process for your LLPs, okay, for companies, partnerships, etc. So thus, I can tell you with the introduction of this particular IBC, several outdated legislations, okay, that was repealed and somewhere even overridden, okay. Very fine. And to be put in simple terms, they came with insolvency in the year 2016, guys, because the purpose is to put the insolvency resolution process, okay, into fast track. That is to make the process a quicker only. They came with such kind of insolvency and bankruptcy code, okay. And now there is something called as insolvency resolution process. See, look at this, guys. Here I've mentioned about IBC resolution process, right? What is it resolution process? If you see, insolvency is what? A financial state where an entity, whether it is a corporate or an individual, is not able to repay back the debt. When supposing if I am an entity, when I'm not able to repay back the debt that I am owing to the operational or financial creditor, there only insolvency comes, right? So thus with resolution, that is insolvency. So now with resolution, this state can be perpetual, okay. So therefore there is a need for something called as insolvency resolution. Did you understand? And the purpose of such kind of insolvency IBC resolution process is to make sure that the debtor, okay, they are properly relieved from their debts. One thing. Second thing is to making sure that all the creditors, whoever is giving the money, they are repaid their debts in a fair and expedited manner. Very fine. And if you start saying about IBC, it's so much is there. There are a lot of steps in IBC, but that is not that required for your UPSC. What is required is you should know regarding IBC and the IBC resolution process. Okay, very fine. Okay. So now moving on to the 16th question is, before GST, option number 1 says there was no systematic, firm level export data. Second one tells India has lesser concentration of few companies over export compared to other countries. Third one tells India's export profile that is unique due to substantial service exports vis-a-vis other countries. So now think and give me the right answers, guys. Option A is 1 and 2, B 2 and 3, C 1 and 3, D all the above. So look at the first one, guys. Before GST, there was no systematic firm level export data. Remember yesterday we had a similar question based on this. So now I know that option number A, most will be telling it as right. But what about the second and third one? Think and say. Pravina, you can follow me in my, how to follow you in Telegram. Okay, you can follow me in Telegram, Pravina, and for that, you can search my Telegram channel, that is Learn Economics with Nisha for UPSC. I think if somebody is there in the group, Aditya or Bija, if somebody is there, kindly, or Sukriti who are there in my group, kindly post the link so that those who want to join can join, okay? Guys, please stop asking absurd questions, okay? This is economics class, so please do ask questions that are relevant to the discussion. I hope Kajal would have understood that. So yes, here comes Pihu with option number D. That is all the above is right. Wonderful. I can see Arpita, Bijoy, Nilesh, all with D. But here comes Jyoti with A. Only 1 and 2. Third one is wrong. Okay. So here comes Arun with D, Abhishek C, Prateek C. Okay, I can get a lot of A answers, C answers and D answers. And some are saying B. So from all the above options, I can get answers. But mostly people are saying, I think, A and D. And yes, guys, the answer is option number D. So big kudos to all those people for the right answer. So I think a lot of people have given the right answer. It is all the above statements are perfectly right. If you see, yes, before GST, there was no systematic firm level international export data. And thus, in our country, India, if you see, we have a lesser concentration of few companies over exports compared to other countries. That is, here we are comparing with other developing economies, okay, or developed economies mostly. When you compare like that, yes, our country, we are having a less companies which is concentrating over exports, right? And yes, our export profile, our country's export profile, that is unique. Why? Because we have something called as service export. Because substantial service export, India is known for that. So that makes our country's profile very unique, okay? And thus, if you see, until now, I can tell you, no such analysis has been possible for India because firm level export data are difficult to construct. So that is why it is said that before GST, it was not possible because lack of proper availability of statistical data was there. Okay. But after the introduction of GST, what happened, guys? I can tell you it is literally possible. There are ways and means that is being put forward so that we will be able to construct something called as firm level export data. So yes, today we are able to measure that, right? And thus I can tell you the export concentration by the firms is much lower in our country, India, than when you compare to several other countries like US, Germany, Brazil or Mexico. That is true. Okay. And one more thing, guys, so you will be asking me, ma'am, why before GST we never had any data? See, it is not like we never had any data, guys. The whole point is we never had a systematic firm level data. It was not structured. We had data, but it was not proper. Okay. That is, if you see the DGCIS and customs, they have the data regarding the India's export level and all, but it was not systematically or structurally compiled or used by the researchers. Only after the introduction of new GST data, it was possible to construct firm level export data in a very structured manner. That is the point. Okay, so do not get confused. Before also we had, but that was not systematic. That is the whole point. Okay, did you understand the key word in the question is systematic? Okay. Pravina, GST is what? GST is goods and service tax. It is actually it's indirect tax, right? All your sales tax, other kind of indirect tax, they are brought under one umbrella called as GST, Pravina. And GST is what? A destination-based tax, a consumption-based tax, and a unified tax. And GST is called as goods and service tax, good and simple tax, and going stronger tax. Okay, these are the three different ways in which you can say about GST. Sometimes for exam also you can get a question based on that regarding GST. Okay, very fine. Okay. So now moving on to the next question is, guys, before that you can even, I have given you some example also because regarding the second one, that is India has lesser concentration, that is true. For that I have given you some example. The top 1% of firms, they accounted for 72, 68 and 55% of exports. What about India? We had only 38% of export companies. Okay. So you can just go through. Now the 17th question is EPF4, okay, Employees Provident Fund Organization. It provides for medical benefits to private sector employees. Second one tells ESIC. What is ESIC? Employee State Insurance Companies, right? It provides for pensions for the private sector employees. So yes, quickly give the right answers, and this is with reference to the social security need. You have to consider the following statements. So option A tells only 1, B tells only 2, C tells both 1 and 2, and D tells neither 1 or 2 is right. So think and give me, guys. All of you know regarding your provident fund and also your state insurance thing, right? So now think and say. Yes, guys, answers please. Okay, Kajal, is it so? Okay, Kajal. Then it is perfectly fine. So yes, guys, answers please. So here comes Vidya with option with D, Sampath with B, Sonal with C, Prateek with D, and as usual, Parivendra and Vijay is so confident. Even Said is also very confident with D. That is, none of the above statements are right. So these guys are very confident. Yes, and there are a lot of the people with D. So I think many of you are giving me D. Some are giving me B. Some are giving A. Himanshu is also here with D. None of the above. It's very simple, guys. Look at the question carefully. What is Provident Fund? Think and say. And what is state? Is insurance for pension, guys, or for medical benefits? Think and say. And the answer is option number D. That is, none of the statements are right. You know what I've done for this question? I've just interchanged the schemes. For EPFO, I have put medical benefits, and for ESI, I have put pensions. It is the opposite. Actually, Provident Fund is for pensions, and state insurance is for medical benefits. I have interchanged the statements. Okay, that's all. And yes, anyways, a big kudos to all you people for the right answer. And if you see, in India, the government provides employees Provident Fund organization for its employees. Okay, and that too, it provides to whom? To the private sector employees in respect of pensions and provident funds. And what is the current scheme for pensions, guys, as per the 2019-20 budget? You can get questions based on that. It comes under the pension scheme, right? If you see, the current pension scheme is, what is it, guys? Your Pradhan Mantri Shram Mangi Yodhan, right? That is, the government will provide pension to workers who are employed in the unorganized sector or the informal sector, right? As per the budget, that is a new scheme that has been put forward, with providing pension to workers in the unorganized sector. Already we had a scheme called as Atal Pension Yojana, remember? So some people will think that Atal Pension Yojana has been subsumed to this new pension scheme. It is not like that. Even today we have the Atal Pension Yojana running side by side. That is also pension Yojana, guys, put forward by the government for the workers in the unorganized sector or the informal sectors. In Atal Pension Yojana, I can tell you, a worker, at the age of 60, when they retire, they'll get a pension of rupees 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 or 5,000. Based on whatever contributions they have done, they will get the pension. And the age, the minimum age to join is 18 years in Atal Pension Yojana, and maximum is 40 years. What about Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan Yojana, guys? That is actually the new pension scheme which is put forward by the government in the 2019-20 budget. That is also providing pension for the unorganized workers. But here the thing is, when the worker is at the age of 60, when they retire, he or she will be provided a pension, and that too on an equal amount. That is, everyone will be provided rupees 3,000 monthly. Here, no matter whatever you contribute, the pension will be 3,000. It is not like Atal Pension Yojana, where based on your contribution you will be paid, like 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000. Here in Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan, it is 3,000. Okay, and here I can tell you, for example, if somebody wants to join this Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan scheme, means when you are 18 years of old, you have to contribute a minimum of 55 rupees per month till you are 60 years of age. And somebody who's 29 years of age and they are joining when they are 29 or after 29, then the minimum amount of contribution per month under your this new pension scheme is 100 rupees per month. So till 60 years they can contribute. The government will make a match regarding that, and monthly they'll be giving the 3,000. Okay, very fine. Because sometimes you can get questions for your budget from budget based on these two pension yojanas, because both are for giving pensions for the workers in the unorganized sector. But there is a major difference in the release of pension amounts. Okay, that is which makes these two pension yojanas different. Very fine. See, Deepak Kumar has asked a question regarding Kalia scheme. See, Kalia scheme, if it's of the Odisha government, that comes under agriculture, Deepak. See, that I'll tell you, Kalia scheme is what? Kalia scheme is nothing but, it is actually, again, if you see the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, which was launched in the 2019-20 budget. That is whereby the agriculture workers, the small and marginal farmers who are having a cultivable land of up to 2 hectares each, they'll be given an annual installment of 6,000, right? That is in 3 different installments, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. That is centrally sponsored scheme. So now to give an income to the farmers as a direct income transfer, the state governments also has some scheme. And Kalia scheme is by the Odisha government. And I can tell you the Odisha government is doing very, very good, because more than the centrally sponsored Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, this Kalia scheme is giving 25,000 annually to the farmers. Okay, and that too for the farmers who are having land. And for the landless farmers in Kalia scheme, Odisha government is giving 10,000 annually. So that is a better scheme, I can tell you. Okay, very fine. Did you understand, Deepak, regarding Kalia scheme? And the advantage of Kalia scheme is when you compare with the centrally sponsored scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, that is only for farmers or the vulnerable small and marginal farmers who are having land. But landless people are not the beneficiaries. But in Kalia scheme, even landless farmers are the beneficiaries. That is the biggest advantage. Okay. And one more scheme is there, guys. Just like Kalia scheme for Odisha government, you have another scheme called as Ritu Bandhu scheme of Telangana government. That is also again providing a direct income benefit transfer to the farmers. Okay, it is a targeted scheme whereby 8,000 rupees will be credited annually into the bank accounts of the farmers. Okay, very fine. If you compare the state schemes now, if you compare here Telangana's Ritu Bandhu scheme and Odisha's Kalia scheme, these state schemes are performing 10 times better than the recently introduced centrally sponsored scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, because the annual grant given to farmers is just 6,000 rupees, guys. But the state schemes are performing better. And also, guys, for the upcoming prelims examination, you can definitely expect a question based on Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana and also Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, because a lot of controversy was going on. That is, though we have the existing Manrega or Engineerega, why did we go for such a new scheme? So I think I've told regarding this many a times in the budget class also, even from the mains perspective also, this question can be asked. So please go through that clearly. Okay. Very fine. Okay. So now, regarding your, back to the EPF and ESC, as I told you regarding your employees provident fund organization, actually that is mandatory for industries, guys, who are employing greater than 20 workers, and thus whose monthly salary is below 15,000. So whoever is working in industry and whose wage is literally less than 15,000, they are supposed to make a contribution under your employees provident fund organization. Okay. And whoever's income is above 15,000, guys, it's voluntary. It is up to them whether to join in this scheme or not. Okay. Now, of the total active members, I can tell you 86%, guys, they earn less than 15,000, and about 98% they have opted for this particular pension scheme called Provident Pension Fund scheme as an option. Okay. Now, talking about the ESI scheme, that is Employees State Insurance Corporation. That is in respect of medical benefits. In the question, I have given you ulta. That is why none of the above statements were right. Your ESI is exclusively for medical benefits, guys. And thus, here again, the contribution to this state insurance corporation, that is compulsory for certain firms. Which firms, guys? For firms who are employing workers, that is greater than 10 workers. The workers are more than 10. Then in such kind of firms, then literally they should adopt for this contribution called as Employees State Insurance Corporation. And also for the workers in these firms whose monthly wage or salary is below 21,000. In that case, literally they have to go for this particular scheme called as ESI. Did you understand? Is it very fine? Keshav, you have asked a question. Kisan Samman Nidhi is fully financially supported by central government or state government. Contribute some shares. See, Keshav, it is a fully centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, it's a central sector scheme. Fine. See, guys, there are a lot of schemes. Okay, that is the reason I think I have done a course in special classes and also in Unacademy Plus regarding the exam-centric government schemes. Even in the free special class of Unacademy also, I exclusively came with a course called as exam-centric schemes, the most important schemes that you have to learn for the upcoming UPSC examination I have done. So you can go through that, okay? And also in the YouTube itself, I have done a set of 50 MCQs exclusively based on exam-centric government schemes. So from those, if you go through that video, you'll be able to understand what sort of questions from the government schemes you can expect for the prelims examination. Okay? You can just search it out. Now, the 18th question of today's discussion is, which of the following sectors are exempted from GST? Think and say. It's a very simple question, but yet a confusing one. Option 1 tells education, 2 tells health, and 3 tells electricity. Which of the above statements are correct? Quickly give the right answers, guys. So yes, answers please. So here comes Jadavati, that none of the above are exempted. Think and say. Is it like only 1 and 2 or only 3? Electricity is exempted, or all the above is exempted, or none of the above? Why, guys? Electricity would be exempted? I don't think. What about health, guys? There are chances, right, to be exempted from GST. What about education? There are chances, right? Think. I just gave a clue to you people. It's up to you. So yes, but still I can get a lot of C. Yes, here comes Avni with C. She's damn confident with C. Okay, all the above is exempted. And here the happiness diary will come to you, I think, Avni. So yes, Deepak with C, Raga with A. Only 1 and 2. Why electricity is not included? Aditya Kumar is also saying A. Vijay, what is this A bar C? Either A or either C. Go for one. But Narendra is saying none of the above. Really? Those who are saying none of the above as the answer, please look at the options and tell the answers. So Sugriti is confused with A and C. Chalo, you go with C. Okay, and yes, a big kudos to you people for the right answer. It is option number C. That is, all the above are exempted from your GST, your education, health and electricity. Okay, so the answer is option number C. If you see less than 0.1% firms accounting for about 14% of profit or turnover, they come in something called as social security net. But then they do not come in something called as GST net. So I can tell you this education, health, electricity and all these comes under social security net. They do not come under the GST net. Okay. Now, there are mostly many firms, guys, who are in the sector called as GST exempted sectors, like education, health, electricity. Though there are many firms that appear outside the GST also, they are still in the GST included sectors. You understood, guys? Very fine. Yes, Aditya, electricity is a monopoly, right, of the state governments. Now, moving on to the 19th question is, consider the following statement. There is a meager percentage of firms which are both in the tax net and social security net. For that, you should know what is a tax net and social security net, okay? Then second one tells there is a meager, that's a small percentage. Meager means small, of firms which are tax exempted away from tax, but are covered in social security net. That is, they need not pay tax, but still they come under the social security net. So think and give the right answers, guys. Yes, Parivinder, in coaching sectors, they charge GST, that is there. But as a whole, in education, GST is exempted. But in coaching centers, they do charge, that is there. But when you pay a school fee or college fee, you are not paying GST. When you pay a semester fee, when you pay your child's school fee, or even when you guys pay, you can just look out. There is no GST in that. But coaching institute does it. That is there. They are again commercial, right? They are not aided or like that, right? That is the whole point. So yes, I can see Abhishek Sharma with option A. And Abhishek is so confident. Nisha Rani with C, Vidya with C. Okay. So I can, yes, Arpita with C, Sonal with B. So I can get a lot of A answers, C answers and B answers. So far I have not got D answer, none of the above, okay. And here Vijay is so confident with C. Balchand is saying B. Vivek Ananta is saying C. Okay guys, Farooq is saying C. So majority of people are saying both 1 and 2 is right. And yes guys, the answer is option number C. So yes, Arif, even Arif said C. Kudos to you guys. It is option number C. Both 1 and 2 statements are perfectly right. Yes, there is a meager percentage of firms who are the tax net and social security net. If you see guys, again I've given some data. Even these data you can use for your mains answer writing also. Okay. See, about 0.6% of firms, okay, are accounting for 38% of total turnover. So just 0.6% of firms, but their turnover is what guys? 38%. Literally accounting for 38% of total turnover, 87% of exports and 63% of GST liability are what might be called as the firms who are come in the sector called as hardcore formal sector. Okay? In the sense that they are coming both in the tax net as well as social security net. Did you understand guys? Now, moving on, the next one is at the other end. If you see on the other hand, 87% of firms. So here it is just 0.6% of firms. Now here it is 87% of firms guys, representing 21% of total turnover profit. They are coming in the which sector? They are coming under the informal sector. Whereas if you see 0.6% of firms, they were coming in the hardcore formal sector. But 87% of firms are coming purely in the informal sector. And those firms now guys, they are completely outside both your tax net and social security nets. Did you understand? and thus only 12% of firms, I can tell you, who are accounting for around 41%, okay, of your turnover, and 13% of exports and 37% of tax liability, they come in the tax net, but they do not come under something called as social security net. Did you understand? Very fine. So yes, I think many people gave the right answer, right? So yes, a big kudos to all you people for the right answers. And yes, moving on to the next statement is these firms, okay, that is the firms who are covered in the tax net but do not come in social security net. Let me tell you guys, because the second one tells that many firms, a small percentage of firms, around 12%, if you see, where do they come? They come in the they are covered in the tax net. Sorry, they are not covered in the tax net, but they are coming under the social security net. Let me tell you regarding that, the second statement. If you see, these firms, they are relatively smaller than those in the both tax net and social security net. Okay, why? Because these firms, they have a very, very low average turnover of profit and average tax rate compared with the 16.3%. Okay, did you understand, guys? And I can tell you guys, mostly these firms, as some people ask me example, mostly these firms, guys, they are in the GST exempted sector, that is your education, health and electricity. Okay, although there are many firms, though they appear to be outside GST also, they are still included in the GST sectors. Did you understand? Okay, moving on to the last question of today's discussion is option number 1 tells government is seeking capital restructuring of CPSEs than disinvestment. Second one tells Bharat 22, that is a new ETF to realize restructuring of CPSEs. It's a very simple question, right? So quickly give me the right answers, guys. Option number A tells only 1, B tells only 2, C tells both 1 and 2 is right, and D tells neither 1 or 2. So yes, answers please. Okay, Pehu. So yes, quick click with the right answers. Here comes Nilesh, the first one to answer. Option number C. Both are right. Okay, that's amazing, Nilesh. So I can see Mosam, I can see Pratik, all Pihu, all are saying C. Oh my God, even Arun, Deepika, everybody at a stretch is saying C. Nobody has any of the options. So what a unity for you people, guys. Oh, Sukriti is saying it's the guess again. But I can see Harsh with option number D. Okay. See, Sukriti, you asked regarding capital restructuring of CPSE. See, CPSE means actually Central Public Sector Enterprises. Okay. Actually the full form of that is that. So the whole question is government is seeking capital restructuring of Central Public Sector Enterprises. Okay, and actually the CPSEs means they are companies or those companies in which the direct holding of the central government or your other Central Public Sector Enterprises is 51% or more. Did you understand, guys? Those who didn't know what the CPSE is, very fine. And as per the 2017 data of the economic survey, I can tell you guys, there are the CPSE, that is the Central Public Sector Undertakings now or enterprises. There are 8 Maharatna companies, 16 Navaratna companies, and 74 Mini Ratna companies. And this Mini Ratna company is classified as category 1 and 2. Okay, very fine. And nearly there are, I can tell you, 300 central. There are nearly 300, I can tell you, Central Public Sector Enterprises. Okay, in total. Very fine. And yes, guys, a big kudos to all you people for giving the right answer. It is option number C. That is both 1 and 2 statements are perfectly right. If you see the budget 2016-17, that is a during the economic survey time. Okay, they focused on what? They focused on something called as a need to migrate from something called as disinvestment based approach to investment based approach for all your central private sector enterprises. Okay, sorry, public sector enterprises. Now, accordingly, renaming certain departments like Deepam, that was taking place. I hope you would have heard about this, guys. And that was expanded mandate, and that denotes what? A paradigm shift in the thinking process of governments on its strategy to manage something called as the investments in CPSEs. So now, to put in very simple terms, in the 2016-17 budget, the government literally said that now hereafter there is a need for us to think about a new approach. Let's forget about the disinvestment approach and focus on something called as investment based approach for all your central public sector enterprises. That is why they came with such kind of investment based approach. Okay, very fine, guys. So yes, a lot of people give the right answer. I'm so happy for that. Now, regarding your CPSEs, guys, the commitment for time bound, which has been listing of your CPSEs, I can tell you that has been taken on a board as one of the most important or integral part of reform initiative, guys. And that was again announced in the budget of 2017-18. Okay? And thus the government, and the question they asked you regarding the ETF, right? What is ETF, guys? What is ETF? Exchange Traded Fund. So Bharat 22 is a new exchange traded fund. Those who do not know can write it. Exchange traded fund. Okay, what is that? It is actually an investment fund which has been traded on stock exchange, much like the stocks. Okay, that is called as ETF. And a ETF, guys, I can tell you that exchange traded fund, they hold assets like your stocks, commodities, bonds, etc. Okay, very fine. It's nothing but a basket of securities, I can tell you, such as stocks. Okay. So now, explaining the second statement, guys. If you see, literally the government, they started using index-based ETF, that is exchange traded fund. Why? So that when they start using the index called as ETF, guys, exchange traded fund, they'll be able to offer a better investment opportunity in all your central public sector enterprises, to pension funds and also to retail investors in India. And thus, I can tell you, in pursuant to the announcement which is made in the budget 2017-18 in this regard, a new ETF called as Bharat 22 was announced in the year 2017. Very fine. So yes, thank you so much, my dear students. So please do rate, review, recommend and follow me for more such courses in Unacademy platform. Okay, so please do ask me your doubts, guys, whatever doubt you have. So yes, please do ask me. So yes, guys, this is my profile link. So yes, Teresa, you asked me regarding my profile link. This is my profile link at Unacademy. You can follow me here for more courses on the free platform, okay? And also, I'm teaching live on Unacademy Plus. Once again, I'm reminding you guys. So to get an Unacademy Plus subscription, and those who have got the subscription but those who have not renewed it, you can use my referral code Nisha.Nujumudeen to get a discount of 10%, okay? And for more details, you can even join my Telegram channel. And once again, I'll mention the name of my Telegram channel, that is Learn Economics with Nisha. Learn Economics with Nisha for UPSC. That is the name of my Telegram channel, okay? So all the updates will be given. So once again, thank you so much, guys, and please do not forget to put forward your valuable feedbacks and comments in the review box. In the YouTube comment box, and also catch you live tomorrow, guys, at same time in YouTube at 6:30 to 7:30. So I'll come up with another set of MCQs based on economic survey at YouTube at 6:30 to 7:30 tomorrow. Okay. So yes, ask me your doubts. So how was the session, guys? How is the economic survey MCQs going on? Are you able to answer all the questions? I hope the economic survey MCQs are pretty simple for you people, because you'll be preparing this since a year, right? And this is a previous year economic survey, so most of you will be aware about it. Yes, somebody asked me regarding PDF. Guys, normally for plus courses only I give PDF, and for this in my Telegram channel, I normally give some PDF. I think already first part of the economic survey PDF has been uploaded. Today I'll be uploading this one, okay? Yes, Sahana, I'm used to it, Sahana. Yes, Farooq, what is that? So yes, tell me your scores, my dear students. And yes, here comes Avni with 10 on 10. Wow, that's a big kudos to you, Avni. So I think you deserve this happiness diary with chocolates. Yeah, here comes Arun also with 10 on 10. Okay, Arun is saying 10 on 10. Very simple. So Arun is ready to get all the chocolates and happiness diary. So Arun, I'll meet you in an hour. Okay, if possible, we'll meet up today. So definitely, I'll give you this diary. He's actually very next to me, guys. Staying very next to me. So I think so Arun is literally getting the chocolates and diary. So normally people will ask me, Right, ma'am, why are you not giving the chocolates and dairies? See, now the students are getting full on full, literally I'm giving them. So you can get the testimony from them. How many of you I'm giving the chocolates and dairies? Okay. Yes, Pratik, 10 on 10. Okay, sorry, 6 on 10. Okay. Wow, a lot of people are getting wonderful scores. I'm so happy for that. So economics is improving day by day for you people, right? And I hope these economic classes are really helping you out, guys. Whenever you take the mock series or mock test questions and all, literally through this economics class, I hope that you people are able to answer those questions. Because some of the students were telling me that when they took some tests, personally they inboxed me that because of economic MCQs that they were taking, literally they could get a better score. I'm so happy for that. Sahana, I am from Chennai. At this point of time, I'm put up currently in Chennai. I'm from Kerala basically, but now in Chennai. Yes, Arun. Ama, ninga vaanga kandipa. Matlab, you come, definitely I'll give you. So yes, thank you so much, Sonu. So I hope you really enjoyed the sessions in economic service. So yes, do ask me your doubts, my dear students. Quick. Yes, questions please. Yeah, Sukriti has asked a question regarding the state with the maximum intra-state trade, right? Sukriti, it is again Maharashtra, Sukriti. Actually, I can tell you in intra-state trade, that is within the states, when they do it, literally there is no monetary limit for your intra-state movement of goods, and that has been provided under certain notifications. Okay? And again, the state of Maharashtra ranks number 1, I can tell you for that also. Very fine, Sukriti. Just now I saw that question of you. Anybody else is having any other doubts? Yes, Sahana is saying she feels difficulty in understanding the subject. Sahana, this is economics. I am doing economics survey MCQs. For that, what you do is that you can follow my videos at the free platform. See, this is my profile link, or in Unacademy, you can search me via my name. That is Nisha Nujumudeen. So in that, if you follow me, you will get all the updates regarding my lectures. I have done a lot of courses from the basis, so as to help the people who are beginners for, beginners in economics. Okay. Very fine. Okay, thank you, Mandar. Yes, thank you so much, my dear students. Bye-bye. Take care. So, see you tomorrow. So, tomorrow also I expect the same thing. I expect all of you to give me right answers. And also, guys, I am doing a set of 1000 MCQs on this short period of, less than 40 days for the upcoming UPSC prelims examination at Unacademy Plus. That is most important expected MCQs, around 1000 MCQs with the proper explanation at Unacademy Plus. Okay, so if you want to attend those classes, you have to get yourself registered with Unacademy Plus subscription. Okay, and also in the free platform, that is the recorded videos also, as per the students' request, I am doing some MCQs. Okay, but if you want a structured format, means literally you have to get registered to Unacademy Plus for that. And for that you can use my referral code, that is nisha.nujumudeen, guys, for the discount purposes. Okay. Yes, Pavan. Okay, Pavan, the link I will send you. Do not worry. Yes, Farooq, please ask me your question. What is your question, Farooq? Is it anything related to? Okay, you asked me regarding why does government come up with special purpose vehicle if a company is on the verge of bankruptcy to refund. See, come on, special purpose vehicle is what you know, Farooq. If you see, there is something called as dedicated freight corridor. Okay, normally we think that that particular project, it comes under the Ministry of Trade and Commerce. But if you see, to implement that project, the government has appointed a special department called as special vehicle purpose department, called as dedicated freight corridor department. Because that will lead to a better efficiency or better performance of that particular project. Okay, that is why the government comes with special purpose vehicle. Okay, for different projects. Yes, yes, guys. Yeah, to all these students who are asking me regarding Hindi. Guys, once again I'm telling you, I do take classes only in English. There are a lot of other faculties at Unacademy who are taking classes in Hindi. You are very free to follow those lectures. Wonderful faculties are there who take classes in Hindi. Even in economics itself, there are faculties who take Hindi. So if you're finding difficult in understanding English lectures, kindly follow those lectures. So that will benefit you, okay? And if you want to follow my lectures, I do take only in English. And if you're able to understand, well and good. And if you're finding any difficulty, you can ask me the doubts. I can help you out with that. But what will I do, guys? See, I do not know a language. How will I be able to take class in a language that I'm not comfortable with? I know little, but not much, guys. That's the whole point, okay? I truly understand your concern. Some people are very genuinely asking. I truly understand. But the problem with me is I am not a faculty, a Hindi faculty, okay? Yes, Pavan, I will type the name of Telegram channel and also post the link in the YouTube comment box, okay? So yes, bye-bye. Thank you so much, my dear students. So see you tomorrow and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.